Welcome everybody. Welcome to today's daily video log for 20th February 2017 and potential auction paths. Myself Dean, you can get in touch with me on Twitter or visit my website getthattradingedge.in. Software used for today's presentation are Bell Market Profile and Bell Order Flow. For more details on the softwares, you can visit belltpo.com. Let me go through the disclaimer. Information shared here is not a trading recommendation and we are not in business of providing any. All information shared here is strictly for educational purposes only. Please use your discretion while acting on the information shared here. We will not be responsible for any resulting profits or losses. Please consult your registered financial advisor before you make any trading and investment decisions. Let's go to charts. This is chart for Nifty today. There was a weird day. We opened inside value, moved down initially, tried to test lower levels, came within striking distance of this particular anomaly, did not go below it to repair it, but just reversed from here, and then trended, up for the remaining part of the day. Most of the time, the prices were one time framing higher, except for this G period and J period where we traded below the low of the previous bar, and that actually does not signify that we have stopped one time framing, because we need to trade below the low of the prior two bars, that is two bar low, to stop this one time framing. But we did not do that, and we just continued higher through the day. A couple of interesting observations on this profile. First is the initial P structure which was developing, this one, and once this P was developing, since we had some rejection at the lows, and then P structure forming, signifying that some higher time frame selling is coming in, absorbing the demand here. But then what happened was, we broke out and came back to test. Ideally I would have preferred a test of this high volume node to enter along, but we just reversed from above that, and this here is a sign of new business. uh, I think there was a question asking what happens when we get new business above P profile and below B profile, what kind of a profile then it becomes. So in this case, the once this P was forming and then we got some new business above it, the rise was pretty steady. So this day will be classified as a trend day. We have extended the range above yesterday's high and managed to close above it. So that is a victory for the bulls. They have managed to absorb any supply that was coming through the day, and managed to close above yesterday's high. So bulls were clearly in control on this day. There was another area of interest, and it was this, where just below the yesterday's high we started consolidating, a sign that there was some struggle between the buyers and the sellers from this area. Yesterday's high were trying to defend yesterday's high, but this was kind of an absorption going on, where the buyers steadily absorbed all the supply which was available from this range, and finally they managed to close above the yesterday's high. So this thick portion here shows us that the absorption was going on here. This is also the volume point of control. uh, Let me highlight it. This here was the volume point of control, which is clearly higher than the price point of control. So you can say that the trade facilitation uh, today was very good, because higher prices were bringing in more volume, and that is always a good sign. Now this particular action has caused so many things, and let me just highlight a few of them. One is that this whole 10-day range, we have comfortably closed above that, and also above yesterday's rejection, which came here. So we have closed not only outside the range, but also above this 10-day, also above this rejection from yesterday, and that makes it a very strong close. And everybody in this particular 10-day trading range who have sold and not yet covered, anybody who tried to sell yesterday, majority of business was conducted in this zone. So anybody who was short from this area, maybe who was uh, early enough to sell in this particular region, or even this pullback, everybody is now under pressure. Excuse me. So what that means is that tomorrow the bulls might gap open, try to gap open the price, and if they succeed, then definitely everybody, in this whole range is everybody who's selling in this whole range is is put under pressure, and that will lead to some kind of a short coverage. We'll only have to come tomorrow and see how it opens. But initial signs are definitely that the one time framing did not stop at all throughout the day, and a nice close above yesterday's high, a test in the morning which did not gather anything below the value at low. So all these things, I mean, these point towards higher prices, and that is exactly what we should get uh, tomorrow. Let's just check out the bank Nifty profile. I did not get a time to see what was happening today. Let's just see. This is more of a development I was expecting on Nifty, an inside day and sideways price movement for most of the day. But we got a nice 10-day. Here also we have a nice 10-day, this kind of a P profile, and then a spike above the P profile, to trap all the early sellers out of the market, hit their stop losses. Now this is a classic profile, P-shaped profile, where the smart money steps in, absorbs all the demand, but then lets the price ride to take out stop losses of any early sellers that are coming into the market. But for this to be a classic P profile plus a spike, and then the continuation of the down move, we need to find acceptance below this point of control, and finally take out the open and the low for this day for this to become a P profile. On the contrary, if we start accepting here in this particular spike, then we might go higher and test the high of this particular day. That is a possibility. So that is bank Nifty for you. But overall, if we just try to merge these two, then we still have a B profile, and today's action was a gradual up move, never really breaking the trend, and there is nice gradient at the lows. So every possibility of taking out this particular yesterday's rally high, and then it tag the open, and if everything is good, then possibly tag the high for the day. So the trend is clearly up in both Nifty and Bank Nifty. We have nice higher values. In Nifty today was overlapping to higher value. Uh, in Bank Nifty, Bank Nifty is an inside value. So Bank Nifty does not, give us a clear signal. Apart from the fact that we have formed this combined 2-day composite value above the breakout level. So even though we have this huge tail which is a sign of excess, and many believe that smart money sells in this zone. This won't make any difference if this is the area where smart money is reacting. So as I have already always tried to emphasize that these are the areas, thick areas where smart money will accumulate because they have huge volumes to trade and they require liquidity, which is available here, not at all available in this kind of regions. So if they have accumulated here, then whatever the shape and structure showing, we will get higher prices and we will continue the trend. And what helps us make that judgment is that this whole value has formed outside this range or consolidation. Same on Nifty too. Let's just go back to Nifty chart and try to merge these two. Again, you see that the value is just above this. I mean, overlapping this breakout level, but this today's close at the extreme and above yesterday's high has tipped the scales in the favor of the bulls. So tomorrow there is a likelihood of a gap open. Uh, any test coming back, towards this particular zone and not finding any acceptance can be a good buying opportunity. This is the zone. So if we, try to enter this zone and find nothing, then it is a very good buying opportunity. Also, even if we enter and manage to stay above this high volume node, so if we enter here, test this high volume node, and again find rejection and move higher, that is also possibility. The only problem is once we start accepting below this particular high volume node, then immediately the test of lower HVN opens up, and if that also fails, then we will definitely test these two lows tomorrow. So that is my analysis for of today's market and tomorrow's potential auction paths. So see you tomorrow, and let's see how markets fare. Thank you.